Beautiful day here in Bristol. Honestly, the first or the second. Yesterday was the same. Real summer's day, 20-degree high, no wind, blue sky, just gorgeous. I'd like to talk a little bit about ego versus divine self. That ego voice, eh? At least I'm becoming more perceptive to when it is my ego and when it is my divine self. And often it's a bit later on that you kind of realize, oh, that was my ego chirping in there. So I was buying a coffee this morning, and the guy making it, I hadn't met him before. I started up a bit of a chat. He looked like a friendly guy, and he responded in kind. But as soon as I got talking to him, I heard this sort of voice in my head saying, he doesn't want to talk to you. You're ugly, you're old, you look stupid, you're disgusting. These are the things that my ego was saying to me. Who do you think you are talking to him? I'm beautiful, handsome, distinguished, articulate. And yet my ego will try to tell me otherwise.
Yeah, we went for a
So luckily at least I didn't recognize it straight away, but I recognized it pretty quickly. And then I can release those voices. But it's an ongoing process, isn't it? To do it time and time again. Another place that my ego's been chirping in is around my healing of my leg and hip on my left side. I've moved away from using the word pain. I realize that this word pain is very loaded. In my previous videos I've said pain in my left hip and leg. I've decided to no longer use that word, so here we go. Last time I used that word, pain. Perhaps I need to use it now and then to give reference, but discomfort is a whole lot better. Sensation is even better. It's interesting how I can sometimes feel what I'm feeling in my left leg and my mind goes, oh, does that hurt? The question. Because in a way, I realize as time goes on that it's up to me to decide whether that hurts or just tingles or whether it just feels tight. The more I can move away from this very loaded word that I will no longer mention, the more you can see it in a neutral or even positive way. So I've had quite a bit of discomfort in my leg. Even ever since I started talking about it online, to be honest, and it's very interesting, and I believe again that that's the ego rearing its head saying things like, because these are the lines I've heard, who are you that you think you can really heal yourself, that you have access to divine healing? Who are you to think you have something to share with everybody out there? Who are you to think you can perhaps help other people? I know that all the statements that I just said are true, and yet the ego will try to tell you otherwise, and so I can fathom that the ego is working undercover to give me extra sensations that are not exactly pleasant all the time, and to try to get me to give up on what I'm doing, because I know this is worthwhile, what I'm doing. I am healing, and I want other people to heal. What a beautiful thing when you learn how to heal, when you learn to allow in healing, when you learn to release resistance. This is a beautiful thing, right? This is almost the basis of what the whole process is. Learn to release the power of the ego and learn to put your divine self in charge more and more. So one other tactic I've been using, which has been working for me, is focus. So pain, there I go using that word again, but I'm not using it in the context of my own body. I'm using it as a generic term. Discomfort is something that draws your attention, right? If you feel something that you don't enjoy anywhere in your body, your mind gets drawn there. You focus in on it. But we are in control of our focus. So I have lately been focusing in on my right leg and hip when I'm walking, and feeling how strong that feels and how supple that feels and how comfortable and lubricated and all these things. And amazing how that makes me forget about discomfort on the left side. It's really quite astounding how what you focus in on, that's what you're going to feel, that's what you're going to see, and it's going to take attention away from other things. So focus is so powerful. So I really realize how I am learning lately to focus more and more. Use that amazing power of focus. Whatever you focus on, that's what you're going to experience. So choose your experience. Choose your focus carefully in life. Focus in on what brings you joy and ease and love and pleasure. Not the things that bring you fear, discomforts, and such like. Thank you so much for listening.